I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be why beautiful women move you off your center. Well, have you ever seen a situation where there's a group of guys at a party or a social event, and then some like really smoking hot girl walks over and starts talking to one of the dudes in the group, or maybe they all know her? You ever notice how their demeanor usually changes, and then they like all start kind of falling all over themselves to try to get her a drink, or to try to impress her, or to try to get her attention? Well, I've got an email here from a viewer, and he says, "Hey Coach, I like what you say about not chasing. I think I'm getting caught up there. Quick question. How would you modify that advice for guys that are slightly effeminate?" He says, "I'm not gay, but I definitely don't give off a bearded lumberjack type of vibe." So you got like the nice guy vibe, probably because your mother probably spent more time raising you than your father, and so she wanted you to be a really nice boy so you would never grow up and hurt a girl like men in her life probably hurt her, maybe her own dad or even your father for that matter, or other men that she's dated. And so you just talk like really nice. And like, I mean, my voice tone is kind of that way when I listen to myself. I still sound that way, sound like a really nice guy. And it's like sometimes I'll be talking to women I've just met, and you know, they're like showing me pictures of their kids and stuff like that. It's just because I know how to get people to open up and talk, and I can tell there's some connection there, that they start to feel some attraction by how they're standing. And then the first thing they say is, "Are you married?" I'm like, "No." And the next response usually is, "Are you gay?" Because most women assume that either all the great guys are taken because they're married, or they're gay. And so if the next line or response that comes out of her mouth is, "Are you gay?" and I'll say, "Why don't you kiss me and find out?" Just like that. And if they like me, they'll plan a fucking kiss on me. But so you can use that to your advantage. Plus, you would have an energy that would make you very approachable to a lot of women. And so as far as what modify for you, because you need to act like a man acts, dude. Even if your voice maybe is a little high pitched, or you come across as like a gay dude, it doesn't really fucking matter. The only important thing that matters is that you apply the things that I teach, and you treat every single woman that you meet the same. You treat them all like your girl. You're always fun, you're always playful, you're always friendly, and you always assume that every woman that you meet has the hots for you. Now, most of the time that's not going to be the case, but it's the best place to come from, and you just assume, and especially if a girl comes over and starts talking to you, that she's talking to you because she likes you, because she wants you. And even if she doesn't initially, after talking to you for a few minutes, she'll probably start liking you, because that's what always happens. I mean, look at James Bond and all his movies, especially the movies like with Daniel Craig or Pierce Brosnan. I think they do a great job in those particular roles, because they act like a man's supposed to fucking act. If they see a girl that they like, they go for it. They arrange a date to get together for drinks. A definite day, definite time, definite place to meet up for a drink. Or they invite them right there in the spot to have a drink. One thing leads to another, and it ends up in the bedroom. Why? Because that's pretty much what always happens. So you want to act as if these kind of things are normal. And I know when they start happening to you, because I read emails all the time from guys that are rejecting beautiful women, or that are having women hitting on them, or women are just grabbing them and attacking them and kissing them, or inviting them to come back to their place, or propositioning them for sex. And so guys that haven't had those kind of things happen to them before, it's a little shocking at first when those things first start to happen. But you got to apply the things that I teach, and you treat all women the same. You don't need to modify your behavior, because that's the problem. That's why you're striking out with women, is because when you get around women that you like, you go from being yourself to this persona that society has convinced you that you need to be in order to be successful with women. And so a woman comes around you, instead of you being yourself and being comfortable, there's an act, or you're being unsure of yourself, or maybe you're acting like a butler or a manservant, or a guy that wants to become her male girlfriend, and it makes her feel uncomfortable, or it causes her at least to put you in friend zone and not a guy that's someone to have a romantic opportunity with. So he says, I feel like I need to do more approaching and chasing than other guys. Well, guys that are successful with women don't chase them. We'll initiate contact if we see a girl that we really like, but for the most part, you go about your life and you just run into women at the grocery store or at the checkout line or at Starbucks or at a restaurant, or if you're having a drink with some friends of yours, or if you're at the mall or you're walking down the street or you're in the parking lot somewhere. It's just, if you see a girl and she sees you and there's a connection physically, you make a move. You either ask them out for a date, or if you just see a girl and you really like her and you want her and she fucking takes your breath away, go over and fucking tell her what you like about her and that she takes your breath away. And when you're free to get together for a drink, and just do that. Or if that scares the shit out of you, use the low-risk techniques and strategies that I talk about in my book so you can slowly build up your confidence and your experience to that level. But I did a YouTube video a while back called Improving Your Social Skills. So if you Google Corey Wayne, Improving Your Social Skills, watch that video and go to the malls and do the things that I talk about, you'll start to lose your fear of women and interacting with them in a normal, regular way. Because women just want to be treated like everybody else. Even the beautiful ones, they don't even put on a pedestal. They don't want to be treated like a fucking celebrity. They want you to sit there and talk to them like a regular, like your sister or somebody that you know or a friend. You just talk to them without basically getting down and fucking kissing their feet or wanting to put them on a pedestal, because that's just going to turn them off and they're going to walk away and want to go on to the next group of guys or guy that they may be interested in them. He says also, what sort of women are too difficult for a feminine guy? Well, it all depends upon, your success with women is going to all depend upon how you feel about yourself as a man and how you feel about your ability to be successful accomplishing the things that you want in life as a man. And so the more successful you are at accomplishing the goals and the dreams and being able to create the life and lifestyle that you've always wanted, the more comfortable and easier it's going to be for you to create attraction with really super high quality women. If you hate your life and you think your life sucks, but you're hoping that a chick will make you happy, yeah, you can apply the things I teach and meet a girl and get into a relationship and have a great relationship with her. But 6 months later, after the infatuation wears off, you're still faced with the fact that your job sucks or your life sucks and you're really unhappy. So you got to be happy first before you can get into a relationship and be happy with a woman. He says, I feel I don't have a hard time with the feminine women, but I have a hard time matching the energy of the more dominant ones. Well, you got to stop giving a shit, because at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter what they think. Their opinion or anybody else's opinion other than your own doesn't fucking matter. Because as long as you're comfortable in your own skin, as you feel comfortable who you are, and you don't apologize for it, maybe you even use self-deprecating humor, and you really don't give a fuck what other people think, women will like that and find that attractive about you, because then they can be around you and be themselves and be who they are and be accepted and let that out, because you're creating the environment and the energy by your own energy and presence. But the problem is, a woman likes a guy and she comes up and she starts talking to you, and then you start acting all weird and uncomfortable, and you don't act normal, and you act like this is like a really big deal. This is kind of like, this never happens, women come and talk to me. Then she's going to shut down to you, and then emotionally, and then she's going to move on to the next group of guys. But if she just comes over and hangs out because you're laughing and joking and talking and just making it very fun, very playful, very easy to talk to, she's going to want to stick around, because the energy that you're putting out feels like a normal, healthy interaction. It makes her feel safe. It makes her feel comfortable just opening up and telling you all about her life, and then one thing leads to another. And as the process of seduction goes, or is supposed to go if you're doing things right, the goal is to get closer and closer and closer to her and isolate her, and eventually you end up either at her place or your place, and you end up inside of her. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be in the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session, and you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, there's a box that has a link that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, on the right-hand side there's a button you can click on the download page to download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the Kindle app and complete the purchase of my book, and you'll be reading it in no time. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, and my ebook, you can show your appreciation by going to my website right now, and on the PayPal donate button, which will be on the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click it and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.